But see, Facebook is instant.
This one's not instant. Now it is.
Wait. There we go. And we're live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Take Action Training. Today's topic is email marketing. I am Jess, and this is
Julie.
And together, we're socially inclined, helping you get socially inclined.
There you go. You love our intro. Come on, tell us the truth. We probably need a little practice. This is what is this? We've had a lot of practice.
39.
Wow. Can you believe? Has anybody, I know let me see, is Savita here? I'm trying to think if anybody's been to all of them, and Savita might have been to all of them. If you haven't, there are replays that are available, so you can go back and catch those. They are a paid replay, but super inexpensive right now for all the things that we have covered for sure. I'm just going to drop that in here.
Ooh, honey. She's brand new. First one for me to learn from. Awesome.
Hey, honey, remind me what you do. I know because you just signed up for the dashboard, but it is escaping me at the moment.
Yeah, and so this training is going to be helpful no matter where you came in. Honey, it's going to be helpful for you. If this is your 39th Take Action Training with us, it's going to be helpful for you. But we are probably going to refer to some things like opt-in, lead magnet, MailChimp, Instagram link in bio, and all of those things we have done an hour-long training on, where we have broken down exactly what, why, and how to do them quickly, because we know that all the small business owners on here don't got time to be piddling around. So
exactly. And speaking of time, so when you watch the replays, we might as well go ahead and talk about the 2X button that's usually there. That should be there. Jessica hates it, but I live by the 2X. So, or fast speed. So you can.
Yeah, if you want to really absorb it and learn what you're doing, then feel free to watch it on normal person speed like me. But if you like to be crazy and keep your mind totally scattered and maybe absorb some of it, then you can watch it on 2X.
I think it depends on the topic too. So we have a lot of 2Xers in here.
Yeah.
All right,
but we have a lot of 1Xers too.
We do.
It doesn't matter where you are.
I think it's works. Night, day, people, night owl, early bird. I think it's just how.
Good morning, Lisa. Laurie.
You are welcome.
Good morning.
Yep. So anybody that's here, so it's free when you show up live. The replay they're all bundled together. There'll be 50 of them right now they're only $99. So, and we have done a bunch. When we set out to do this Take Action, we were going to sell these at $27 a piece. So I think you probably will agree that $99 is kind of a steal
for 50 of them. And absolutely.
Most everybody that's been on one is
look at Dawn being Switzerland over here. Sorry. I was going to fist bump you, Jate. Jate, I can always count on her. I feel like we would get along.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm just reading the chat before we get started. We were giving it a second. So for everybody to get on. Honey replied, bookkeeping. That's awesome. Yes, for insurance agency. So super niche specific. I love it. All right, so who's ready for email marketing? Because it's not just for the big guys.
You
that header
stole my tagline. All right, I'm dropping the resource. Oh, you know what? I haven't got this thing up. Shoot, y'all.
Oh, I don't have it either.
Hold on. This might take. Julie, keep talking.
Yeah. All right.
I need about 20 seconds.
I've lost my mouse ability, so I'm not going to be super helpful right this second. So yeah, email marketing. So recently we had an outage. Facebook was down for a lot of the day. Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp, anything that had to do with Facebook. They had DNS issue. Could have also been political. Who knows? So people lost their minds. And I can kind of understand. I mean, even people that don't use the platform for business were losing their minds about not being able to catch up. Not, the it went completely down there for a while, but for a while it was that you just could see the same things over and over. So from a business standpoint, I know, if you're live launching, that can be detrimental to your business because you've got Facebook ads that have pushed people. We use live marketing, lives to deliver. So today's topic is a way to communicate. If nothing else, email marketing is great, but it's a way to communicate if something else fails. We talk about being everywhere online, but it's super hard to be everywhere. But this is your top. This would be your second. If social media, pick a platform, is your number one, you need to start moving people off of social media and to an email list so that you can communicate when things go awry, or just period. People take social media breaks on purpose. So we're not typically one of those. I don't know. I do on the weekend. But when you need to be able to reach them in multiple ways. And email marketing, ROI on email marketing is still $44 to every $1 spent on email marketing comes back. That is the biggest driver of sales for us, is email marketing.
Yeah. And for those of you who maybe you just started your Etsy store, or maybe you've had a business for a while and you're just like, guys, girls, I cannot spend any more money. Email marketing, it is absolutely free to get started. Obviously, for some of the really nice basic functionality, I think MailChimp, they start at $9.99 after the free or something. Mm-hmm. But it's super inexpensive when you think about what you can get out of it. As Julie mentioned, for every $1 spent, you can make $44 back if you're doing emails right. So that's why we're here today. Not to mention, over the last 39 weeks, we have had lots of requests for email marketing, and we're finally getting here.
Yeah, we did touch on email marketing. We did it as an autoresponder in our freebie series. So we did have some information there. So
yeah, and I know a lot of you were super engaged with us. We did a 6-part series on that lead magnet where we went from conceptualization to design, all the way through putting it on a sales page or delivering it through an email provider. So for those of you who were engaged all the way through that, you can just pick right back up with this email marketing on the back end of that, and it's going to be super relevant for for all the work that you've already done in the TAT series. Sarah, awesome. She started her Etsy store.
Yay. That's awesome. We have one too. We talked about that you talked about it last Thursday.
Yep. We talked about a lot of that.
I was typing.
Right. Good morning, Deanne.
Hey, Deanne.
Yes, Melanie, the 6-part series is available. It's part of the Take Action training program, 50 replays, each $2 a piece, sold in a bundle for $99. It's over $1,800 in value for masterclass trainings delivered by Julie and myself. So we've already dropped the link a few times. I'm sure we'll drop it again. But you can go grab those and you can watch that 6-part series as many times as you need to. If you're doing it along, a lot of people watch it one time and then they take the action when they watch it the second time. So you already started with that first part, right? I think we were talking about just how much everyone was shook by that 10-4 disappearance of Facebook and Instagram. And I just think the tendency is to take it for granted because social media seems so omnipotent, right? It just seems like it's going to be there. And the reality is that none of it's guaranteed. And anything could happen, maybe temporary, like what happened to Facebook and Instagram, but something permanent could happen too. And this is a good time to kind of give yourself a gut check. Like, if that happened, would you be able to keep your business moving forward? Would you be able to stay in business? Would you be able to communicate with your clients, your leads, and convert those leads into sales, even without a social media presence?
Exactly. And that's really the name of the game. We're unapologetic, and you should be as well. The whole reason you're in business is to make money. To make money, you have to cultivate a relationship, and email marketing is a great way to cultivate that relationship. You have complete control. Except for, I mean, there are ways like to land in their inbox. So one of the bad things is like showing up in spam or promos. But we're going to talk about some things, and I think we can touch on the fact that there are ways to show up in their inbox every single time.
Oh, for sure. So, yeah. So another reason, even if social media is there, diversifying the ways you communicate with your audience will help you kind of overcome that lack of reach and that lack of engagement that we hear so much from small business owners. We get it all the time when people, I don't know if you guys saw our email last Thursday, but we approved a lady that was coming into our group, and she was like, I literally struggle with everything on social media and I just cannot get any engagement. And it's not, some of it, yes, we can finagle around the algorithm and the posting schedule and massage things in that way, but engagement is down because there's now so much competition. So having an alternative way to engage with your audience is always a smart business move.
Exactly. And Deanne says she loves the subtext of what we're teaching here, that it's not just email marketing, but it's a way to piggyback. And I want to make that perfectly clear, is that we talked about the Facebook funnel before, or a social media funnel. You should want 100% everyone that you're attracting on social media to land on your email list. So we need to look at a way to make that happen, whether it's through your freebie, we just talked about that, or just to sign up for, discounts or your newsletter or whatever. But the goal is to get them on your list if you interact with them on social media.
Exactly. And I'm just realizing that we didn't really put a whole lot of how to get people onto your list in this particular one. This is kind of assuming that you already have people on your list. If you need to know how to get people on your list, go back and
really the training.
Yeah, go back and get in that whole lead magnet training, because that's how you do it. And we talk extensively in there about how not to spam. We talk a lot about the 80-20 rule, and all of that applies to all of the content. And email marketing is considered content. It's content that you use to deliver value and to drive sales, and therefore it's content.
Exactly. And with social media, the engagement being lower now, that once you can move them off of social media, you're still going to talk to them on social media, but you have, a much better way to communicate and show up. It's sort of the same with your email marketing, because your inbox is flooded now with tons and tons of places that people can get information from. But when you have spoken with them and created a real relationship with them, they will start looking for your emails. So, which is a big part of, once you get them on there, you're going to send emails regularly. So it's going to be number one in our what to do here.
Exactly. You waiting for me?
No, I'm trying to make sure. I decided I better roll back the little screen. If you see my mouse is not working, so did we cover? I think we did. So it was a great segue. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, it was really smooth. I was kind of like, wait, are we ready? Moving on? I can go back to the previous. So in other words, every business stands to benefit from email marketing, no matter your size or your niche. And if you disagree with that statement, we're still early. So leave me a comment and say, I disagree, tell me why, and I will get to it at the end of it, because I cannot think of a niche or a size of business that can't benefit from some kind of email marketing strategy. All right, these are the best practices. This is how you build a robust email marketing campaign or program, or this is how you incorporate it into your marketing mix.
Exactly. And so to further compound what we were talking about the newsfeed being so full, so is your inbox. So Number one, you're going to make that connection with the people so that they're wanting to look for your emails. Okay. And there's some things that can be done on the front end to ask them to whitelist you, things that they will show up, drag your email from the promo. So if you don't know that and you are not getting our emails and they show up in your promos, all you have to do is drag them to your inbox and you will receive them. So sending emails regularly. So this can mean a lot of different things, but it is going to work best. Like we have a Marketing Monday. We have certain things that we do the same time every single week, and you can too. It's kind of like the same as with your social media where you have Tip Tuesday or whatever, and your content plan. Do the same thing for your email. You will train your people to look for that email, and it needs to be something really juicy, like good stuff in there. So we send our free posts, our free post ideas every single week. What else?
Yeah, people actually message. They get upset whenever we do not send that Monday email out. And I got away with it a few times until people started looking forward to it. And then I'd get this message from Julie, hey, I'm getting these support messages. Did you not send the email out? And it would have been a Monday that was just like crazy, nuts, and I couldn't get to it. But that's what you're after. And yes. I'm here to tell you that last year for us, that was not the case. And that was because we really struggled with emailing regularly. And, we just didn't have kind of like the systems in place that we do now. And there's I think I put 5 tips in here, but after that, I gave you some ideas on what you can email about. And I think people get so tied up or choked up or analysis paralysis up, like I don't know what to say, when really it's the same as content. You are just sending it in an email. So that Monday email that we were just talking about is all people look forward to it because I'm telling them the national holidays for this coming week and how to build posts around them. So not only am I delivering value, but I'm also educating and just kind of nudging the fact that we have YSP, which builds 2 posts a day, or has 2 posts a day and a promo. It all kind of works together, and kind of digging into your business and how your content is going to look different is kind of the winning combination for your email marketing strategy.
Exactly. And you see that, most all of our emails teach or provide value, but then again, we do end up trying to sell something. That is what, most people get so hung up on not trying to sell, but that is how you stay in business. So it can be done appropriately. And sometimes we just send out a straight up promo email as well. But coming up with a great schedule that works sort of with your social media will be a good way to help you to get over that, sending the email thing.
Gotcha. Great. So Jenny, I know you never know what to say. We will get to that. She's in the crafting niche and never knows what to email. All right. Maybe I'll be thinking on that while we're going forward. So
I've got a couple too. Go ahead.
Okay. Reward loyal subscribers. I put this at number 2. You may be sitting there like, Jess, I have 10 subscribers. There is no way that I'm ready for this. Yes, you are. You're just training people to open your emails. That's all that means. And you can do that very effectively by sending out some coupons that are for people who open your email. Obviously, everyone gets the coupon, but a good open rate is 25%. Only 25% of those people are going to actually get your coupon. But eventually people start to realize that they're missing these sales, and that's how you train people to open.
Exactly. And you can you can use social media to help piggyback off of that and just say, hey, check your email. We just, did a special that's email only special. So the more you can train people to look for your emails, the better off you'll be for sure. And there's other ways. You can do the first 3 people that reply to this get this freebie. There's lots of ways to reward, and that helps. Again, engagement is a thing with email as well. It does, the more opens you get, the better delivery you get the next time. So you need to look at it sort of like your social media and trying to every time better yourself with better open rates.
I think we're going to do next week on open rates and staying out of the promo folder. What do you think?
Okay.
I think we could do a whole talk on that because it's an art that we have been working on.
Yeah, like the subject line. There's a lot to it that goes into it. So anybody that is pro that, leave it in the comments and we'll consider that. Okay. So I love this one. Let me do this one.
No, I like this one.
I know you do it. I'll do it.
You're like always saying, track your links. So I put this one in there for you.
All right.
Like, I wrote the dang email. You track the links. Y'all are getting a real candid look into our world right now. Don't sweat the unsubscribe. So way back, Tiny Biz Jess, I worked my tail off and I had a burgeoning list of 250 subscribers. And every time I saw that I got an unsubscribe, it shook me. And I did not email because of that, because I was worried about people unsubscribing. Well, you can't sweat it because your people are not your people. And pretty much everyone on right now would not be here if we hadn't stepped away and moved past sweating that unsubscribe. Because you don't send emails when you worry about it, because it seems like every time you send an email, you get some unsubscribes. And that's okay. That's healthy. If they're getting your emails and they're not opening them, then they're not helping your list anyway. They are helping lower that open rate, which is keeping people from seeing valuable content, valuable coupons, and things that are going to grow your bottom line.
Exactly. And just to say, like, I deal with so many people that really, really get upset about it. I mean, really get upset about it. But all you have to do is reframe it and say, they're not my people. They would never buy from me. They are hurting me by staying on my list. I am glad they are gone. They are hurting you. We regularly prune our list. So if you're not opening our emails and you want to continue getting them and think that you might open them one day, you need to open them, because we prune it because it helps. And that'll be something for next week too, that we can talk about too, is cleaning your list. The more engaged the list, the better your delivery. So if we don't clean it up every now and again, our delivery starts tanking, and that means our open rates start tanking. So don't sweat it. Look at it as a great thing. They're doing you a favor from having to kick them off yourself. So, all right. Track your links as much as possible. All right. So this is more of an advanced thing, but I want to explain. So MailChimp does it. All the email systems now, it may not, I can't remember if it's in the free version or not, but we use Kajabi. It is an all-in-one, but most ConvertKit, MailerLite, MailChimp, all of them have automation features. Jessica's rolling her eyes, but this is such a good thing. So with automation, so number one, you can track the links. So all this means is you're putting a link, so like to the offer, whatever your CTA is, okay? So imagine if you have a PS, and if you like this, you can get our TAT trainings here. So I want to know how many people clicked that, and it will record who clicked it. So what can happen, there's a lot of different things that can happen with that. You can re-email them. Hey, I saw that you clicked, and you weren't interested. So some people don't love that strategy because it looks like you're watching them. But we're watching. But some people don't like it to be called out. So that email could actually be, thought you might be interested in this, so I'm resending it, something like that. But it gives you the opportunity to know who, in fact, is interested and engaged, and you can send them a more customized email that might answer the questions. So if it was TAT, we could send them, and we could do it in an automation, but you can do it by hand as well. Frequently asked questions about TAT. How long will I have access? How many trainings are included? Blah, blah, blah. So see how that next step might actually sell something for you. So that's why we track the links. It helps to decide who's engaged. And it will also help you to decide next week when we cover cleaning up your list. If you're tracking the links, those people are engaged, so they won't get cleaned up. So, baby, is that perfect? Do we need to back it up a little bit?
No, I think that was a good explanation.
Okay.
It's a good way to, without guessing who's interested, in sending out another broad email to our 7,700 subscribers, we can send it to the 300 that clicked on interested in TAT, or maybe it was the holiday hustle bundle. You can send those 300 emails, which is much more targeted. It will have a much larger open rate, and it will likely be a much more profitable email.
Correct. And you're not bombarding people with multiple emails that they might not be interested in at the moment.
Ooh, what do we think is a good click-through rate?
Next week. But
yeah, tune in next week.
Yeah, it depends on your market, your niche, and it's something that you consistently work on. And every email is different.
Love it.
So we will
make sure you join us next week for that more advanced discussion.
Because I'd like to just give, every market is different. So I'd like to do a little bit of research just to give you a little bit better idea.
And the click-through would be very different for sending the email to an entire list versus sending it to a targeted, these people were already interested click-through.
Definitely.
So keep them mobile friendly. This one
is hard sometimes.
So we've mentioned in previous TATs, I don't even know which one it was in at this point, but in general, I'm going to give away like the main point for next week. You want to keep it mobile friendly, not too many graphics. You want it to load quickly, and you want the text to be big enough for them to read. And it will behoove you to look at it in both mobile view and desktop view, because not always do they switch properly.
Exactly. I should have looked up what the stat was of email read on mobile. It is far higher than by desktop. I don't know what the exact stat is, but so different platforms do different things. Some have a really good mobile view because they understand the importance. And I'm not sure if MailChimp is one of them. I have to go back and look. But so that you know what we're talking about, on your phone, think about emails that you've gotten. You usually get two different ones. One that when you're looking at it, you don't have to scroll in and it's like normal sized. And, you see, 5 or 6 words and it goes to the next line. The other option is one that's not mobile optimized. You scroll in and then you have to scroll your page back and forth to be able to read it all because it's normal sized, and that is annoying for people and it's harder for them to read it. So they won't. They won't. Or if they're really interested, it's just, I get them all the time and I am interested and I'm like having to scoot over, scoot back, scoot over, scoot back to go back and forth. So next week, if we have time, maybe we can show kind of a little bit of this. But it's a big deal in usability.
Riley says MailChimp has a great mobile view.
Good. I'm going to look at a client of ours that we do emails for and see specifically.
Sarah, did you get the TAT replays? Because we actually showed you how to set up a MailChimp account in I think it was the 5th or the 6th installment of that lead magnet training.
5th, I think.
Yeah, so it's definitely annoying and hard to read and to keep your place. All right, Sarah hasn't gotten it yet. Okay, well, just throwing that out there that we've done that too.
Yeah, and it is, if you use MailChimp, it is free up to 1,000 subscribers. There are, obviously it's their free plan, but that's a very robust free plan. So for some of you, you may never reach 1,000 subscribers. That's something that's not in here that I want to talk about really quick. It's because it's the same thing that we talk about all the time on social. So it's not the amount of people that like your page or are in your group or you're friends with or whatever. It is the quality of them. It is them interacting with you. So in what I was talking about keeping our list clean, so we're actually, we cut out 2,500 subscribers on our list not too long ago, or 2,600. That's a lot if you think about it. But in doing that, it opened up. They're not our people. They're not reading our email. They're hurting us. Okay. So the same thing is true for you. You don't care about the number. You want it to be the perfect people for you on your list that are engaged, that will reply back. We have a ton of people that if you just ask, so at one of our emails, it says, reply back and let us know what you think. They do it. It's awesome. I love it when they do it. So some of you probably have. All right. Carrie says, any recommendation for automations that are free since MailChimp isn't any longer? I will look at that next week. I'm not sure. Most the game plan for most is that they're taking automations away in their free plan just to try to, obviously it costs them a lot to be in business. So, but I will see. ConvertKit, I'm trying to remember if it even has a free.
Yeah.
And ActiveCampaign is great. Deanna, is that what you use? I'm not sure I feel like you're using email marketing. Jenny says, I have 860 subscribers. I just lost that. But they're not very engaged. So we talk about engagement on social media and bringing back our group and those kinds of things. You can totally do the same thing with email. Maybe that's another TAT. Or I don't know, we can get it.
We got 11 more left this year, Julie.
Yeah,
I've already promised 2.
Yeah,
so we'll be.
I don't think we can get that in next week, but some of those same tactics that you use in social media, like scavenger hunt type things, like having a discount, having point them from social media to opening your emails. That will help, and that will get them accustomed to looking for your emails.
Yeah, and if you go back and look at all of this, all 5 of these are going to help you get better engagement. So Jenny already mentioned that she has a hard time mailing regularly. I imagine getting back to mailing regularly 2 to 3 times a week will probably naturally help with that. You might consider a re-engagement email series, which we can talk about on the last page. We actually have some really dynamite done for you email packages in our store that might interest you that are also very affordable. But this page, so what do I say? What do you email about, right? Because it can be overwhelming. And I was kind of stuck in analysis paralysis until one day Julie was just like, I'd like to send an email most days. All right, well, we'll figure something out. So here's some things maybe you haven't thought about. And that is, like, our Monday email is a value-packed email. And it's value-packed because we're providing a service for free, basically. We're telling you what would be on point to post this week. And this week we are really ramping up in October and getting ready for Halloween. So anything that has to do with pumpkin spice something will be very engaging. October is, of course, very somberly breast cancer awareness month. So you can share something, tips, a pink post pictures of you wearing something pink, anything like that is applicable. So think about how you would do it. And Jenny, I promised you an example, so I'll try to give you a quick one, and then we got to keep moving on because we only have 20 minutes left. But you said you're in crafts, and as a mother of an 19-month-old, I would love to get an email a couple times a week from a real human. That's kind of key. And we'll talk about techniques next week for staying out of promo folders and looking like a real person and like really compelling people to get to know, like, and trust you through emails. We'll talk about those strategies next week. But you can write on crafts. Like, I could see your subject being like top 5 things to do with your 2-year-old. And then highlighting crafts and And maybe you don't have crafts that are 2-year-old friendly. Maybe they start at 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you could keep it kids, or you could give it an age range. Or if they're adult crafts, then, ignore my example and you could swing it towards that. But your email is going to be very specific to what you do. And like, did you know email? So let's take that second one for you. Did you know that crafting with your kids, again, kids, I'm just assuming that kids are part of your appeal. Crafting with your kids helps with these things, and, bonding with them, and a sense of accomplishment, and increases creativity, whatever it is. Your products and services have benefits, but it's your job as a business owner to highlight those and to educate the people on your list about it. And 860 subscribes is bumping. You have a huge opportunity right there.
And to further with that, the more you can get your audience engaged with you, the better off you'll be. Ask them to send in their finished crafts and have a winning Wednesday, and pick a couple to highlight every week or once a month. You could do it newsletter style and just look at the wins for this month, and just show, and the bonuses that they get from spending time with their family, and, not spending money on whatever, something that you do outside of the home. Yeah. Something that they're really learning, dexterity and whatever. So you could really.
Yeah. Well, so I'm just going to throw this in there. Olivia will probably hate me for this, but I would much rather spend twice as much money on something crafty that she can do with her hands than like some sleek new toy that I can buy off Amazon. Right. That's just the kind of mom I'm going to be. So
yeah, you have a huge opportunity.
Lean into that.
Yeah. To teach that, the toy gets played with for 5 minutes and thrown on the floor. The craft, they're building a life skill, really. Like when you craft with your kids at a young age, it sets them up, to do it forever. It's a great hobby. It's great for stress relief, like crocheting. I hadn't crocheted in a long time, but I like to crochet.
Maybe that's what you need, Julie. You need to take a little crochet vacation.
I need to.
So maybe you guys, I know, like, we gave Jenny a specific example. Just like last week, I chose the hardest example to design a carousel post for. But use a little creativity, Jen, with your elderberry syrup. You do a great job with this. Carrie Ann in Jamberry, all of those, Riley, the author. You can easily take what we just said and how we kind of massaged it to match the craft niche to fit your niche. And it's really exciting because, like, that's kind of what Julie and I do in a very, like, kind of condensed down nutshell. But that's what we do, is we take things and make it fit for different clients, or at least the part of what we do.
Exactly. So everything can be spun into your niche. So maybe we'll have a big group program where we do more of that.
I love that, Sarah. Share how getting organized and teaching kids to organize can help them learn skills. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And so, no matter what it is, think about, again, the things that we do on social, like Transformation Tuesday. If you're in the fitness niche, obviously that's easy. Look at how far Sarah's come from here to here. Financial, you can highlight a win, whether it be, went from a negative balance to now I've got this much in savings, or the person has. I mean, there's so many different things that if you do, there was a place for a brain dump right above this. So if you will sit and clear your mind and really think about your product and what you could teach someone with it, or what the outcome is, like what can you help them with? That will help you decide what those emails are. You can just email once a week, and set the stage to do that. Just get consistent. It's the same as social. Consistency is the key.
Yeah, you have to start emailing once a week so that you can get to the point of emailing 4 to 5 times a week.
Or every day.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So I promised everybody who showed up, and we have a record number of people on right now. Woohoo! That we would give you a free email template And I picked this one from, we sell 148 done for you email templates like this, but we're giving you this one for free. And this is our welcome to my list email. And you can use this with your current subscribers, especially if you haven't emailed them in a while. So I'm not going to read all of this. I've already read it once today, but basically you're going to go through these top 5 lines. These are not meant to all be in there. They're meant to inspire you on a good subject line and sub-subject line. So you can adjust those, decide what you want, and then it starts with hi, and you've got to, God, we're getting into the details now, but if you want the name to be there, you have to use your specific merge tag.
In your
I'm sounding like Julie more and more. Like, what's a merge tag, Jess? But it's going to be the personalization feature in your particular email responder, and they do change a little. So you'll adjust that name to fit your merge tag when you put it into your email system, and then it's just a matter of filling in the blanks. And when you do all of that, it will read like a beautiful, super personalized email from Honey or Hilda or Deanne or Sarah.
Or Savita, or any one of you.
Or Savita, or Carrie. I would just look at the last 5 people who commented.
Yeah.
And finally,
before we get to finally, in that, personalize it as much as possible that you are speaking to the one person. Okay. Not that you're a big entity, that you're one human helping one human to reach whatever it is that you do. So make it super personal, like you were writing just to them. And that will speak volumes. That's why we get at the end of it's our welcome email that we ask for the reply. Hey, let us know, whatever. And they do it. It's because they read the email. They felt connected in some way. Oh, Win, Jatay's up to twice weekly and appears to be working. Consistency is definitely the key. Yay. That is awesome. For sure.
Love it. All right. Now are we ready for the finally?
We are.
Okay. So as we mentioned, there's no secret that, we sell things that help entrepreneurs, and that's how we stay in business. So we've talked a lot about email marketing today, and we have these email templates already available because this is such a common problem for entrepreneurs to not know what to say, to not have the time, you name it. So we just wanted to drop these right here for those of you who maybe don't know. You don't ever have to start from a blank screen when you're writing an email again. We have a couple different options here. You can pick 37 email templates or 101 email templates. And we find on average that will save you 40 hours or over 100 hours in email writing, because it typically takes about an hour to write a good email from start to finish if you're starting from nothing. So I know a lot of you on here have already purchased this, but like I mentioned, we do have a record number of new folks, and we have more people flooding into the Take Action training program than ever before. So even if you're catching this on replay or if you're watching us on Facebook, this is a great opportunity. And if you can't see the prices down there, that is 37 emails that we've written, tested, used before. They are awesome for $27, or 101 emails for $77. So,
or both. There's no overlap there. So,
oh yeah, they stand alone. So you can also put 138 emails.
Right. So one is more of the welcome series, what's going on, and one is more of the follow-up after the fact. And one-off emails, there's lots of one-off emails, which will be how you can really personalize and, kind of get what. And let me say too, once you start and once you've gotten 10, 12, 20 emails written, it becomes so much more easy for you to customize and, more speak from your heart that will reach the people. So we want them to not be canned, which of course these are canned because we've written them this way. But when you interact and put your stuff in them, it's going to not look that way. So, and if you want both of them, go to the 37 one and there will be an order bump over on the side. You can just check it and it'll let you get both of them at the same time. We never did raise the price. The pricing was the 101 is not, that's just the pricing for the order bump. and we just didn't go up. It's supposed to be a lot more than that. So, the
So
link.
Nikki, just click. You can just click. Oh, well, it's in the PDF. So let me drop the PDF.
Just do the store. I can't type. My keyboard, I don't know what's going on. I lost my Bluetooth.
Here's the PDF again. And then these actually, in case you're like, how did I not see these before?
Oh, she's on her phone.
So
just go to sociallyinclined.com/store.
I'm getting it right now. I'm getting the link.
Oh, that was when you're on your phone watching the mobile view of this. A lot of times you're either seeing us on the screen or you have to flip to see what we're showing you on the screen. So the mobile version.
Debbie, I'm putting in the link to the store. I think that'll be less confusing. So if you just go to the store, sociallyinclined.com/store, and you click and scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll actually see the thumbnails that look just like this. I snipped them out of the store this morning. You can click on those and it'll take you to the checkout page where you can read all about the details of what's in each one. But they are separate. They do stand alone. So if you have the 37, you're like, this is fabulous, then you can get the 101 too. Or if you have the 101 and you're like, hey, where's the basic welcome series? That's in the 37. So.
And it'll say, if you go and actually click on each of them, it'll say what's included in each of those. So if one is a better fit for you.
Yeah, we have some banging products. So take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But I think this is probably our most underrated product, but it is our most helpful product. And it tends to get overlooked quite often, just like an email marketing strategy does.
Right. Because, and the whole name of the business is Socially Inclined, so we're supposed to be social, but email is 100% part of this. Again, you're trying to pull people. It's the number one driver of sales. So if you're not doing email marketing, get started. One person on your list is better than no persons on your list.
So Cherise says, being new to the biz, she hasn't even really considered the email thing. There's so much to learn. Thanks so much, ladies. You're most welcome, Cherise. That's what we're here for. And hopefully today we did a good job of pointing out the fact that it needs to be considered because there's a huge opportunity for ROI there. And if you're sitting there and you're overwhelmed, that's why this last page is there, because we have a really banging done for you product that will help you make easy work of staying consistent with your emails. Yep. I'm going to snip your quote, Deanne.
And just think of email marketing as an extension of your social. It's just another way to, the be everywhere mentality. Everyone lives in their email, in their inbox, just like they do on social media. So those are the two top rated. And a little fact is that for business people, so if your market is business to business, that is the number one app that's used on a phone, is the email app, not Facebook, not Instagram, whatever. So if you're B2B, you definitely should be using email marketing. Everyone can benefit though.
Tracy, I am so glad you asked this question. Thank you so much for showing up. Do you need to have a website to do an email list, or can you run your business with just social media and an email list? You can absolutely run your business with just social media and an email list. And again, we did the whole freebie funnel and talked about all of that and how you can plug that in with just social media as well. But so if you don't have a website, I would almost say that's a more compelling reason to get an email marketing system in place fast. Because on all of those, the Facebook funnel that we've gone through, the Instagram funnel, the LinkedIn funnel, you want to capture people and pull them off of social media. And there's really two ways to do that. You bring them to your website or you bring them onto your email list. So absolutely. And make sure that you have call to actions in your cover photos. Make sure that you have a subscribe button in your link in bio for Instagram so that you are capturing those people, and then you're having some kind of autoresponder that is welcoming those people, giving them expectations. We just gave you a great welcome email for free just for joining today. Use that, plug that into the email system, and you will be 100 steps ahead from where you are sitting there right now wondering if you should have email as part of your mix.
All of the email systems have landing pages for those opt-ins. So if you're a social person and you have your link in bio, that's where that button would link to that landing page. So you don't have to have a website, but you would have some customization, and you can make it a little mini website if you wanted to. Pretty cool.
Love it.
Thank you for that question, actually. So we forget what people don't know. We really try to back it down, and that's why you'll hear me say, okay, was that was that too high level? Because we have people of all starting point to, 7-figure business people that are in our sphere.
Awesome. Any final questions? We're finishing up. We got 5 minutes till 12.
Deanne says that hers is just going to, and she has her website's being currently updated, so she's just using a one-page landing. So totally, a lot of times people think they have to do a whole lot of fancy. There are so many people that are 7-figure earners that have a tiny funnel. They just execute really well. And by funnel, go back and watch. But basically, you're just bringing someone in. You're telling them the next thing to do. And you're getting them to, to get the win, to purchase. Okay, that's it in a nutshell, business. So the more complicated things you put in, the more plates you have to spin with it.
Exactly.
Hey, Jen, yes. I'm so glad that you got to join us and plan to attend again. Janet's new too.
Sweet. Welcome. So since there's so many new people on, don't forget to join us on Thursday. It is a little different format. We don't have a topic except for a broad topic of answering your marketing questions and maybe your entrepreneurial mindset questions. We do tend to talk a little bit about it. Last time we talked a lot about Etsy stores because that's what people were there talking about it. And we love those formats because we really get to know everybody and get to help on what you need help with. So,
yep, it's your time to ask away.
Oh man, Deanne is in Tampa Clearwater.
Hey, I saw that message come through. I was on a call. I couldn't answer it, Deanne.
I'm trying to think. This week is so packed. Let me know how long you'll be here. But we've got to finish up now, so we will have to chat more with everybody else on Thursday.
Yep. So to be continued, come back Thursday, and then really be continued next Tuesday for the next TAT, which will be a follow-up to this of how to attract, how to keep people, how to clean your
open rates.
Yeah, subject lines, like all of the functionality pieces to get a little better engagement, I guess.
For sure. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. This was a good one.
Wow, I've
learned to love email marketing because, Julie kind of forced me to learn to love emails because apparently I'm like okay at writing them.
She's amazing at writing them. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So for anyone that doesn't know, Jessica's an amazing copywriter, writer in general. So,
You're so sweet.
You don't have to be, because you can get these templates and all the hard work is done for you. So if you're not an amazing writer like Jess, I could make do. I would not want to, but I could make do and have to write. If I had to write, I do write emails, but anyway. All right. Thanks again.
All right, everybody. Have a great one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.